Yeah, nah, me and the interns, I definitely think, we got our start together. A lot of the songs that I was writing and getting placed was my first, placements as well as theirs. One of our first joints we got off was a song called Waiting Outside the Lines by a kid named Grayson Chance, who was signed to Ellen DeGeneres at the time. That just kind of opened the door for both of us. And it was interesting because, people heard Waiting Outside the Lines, and then they heard ass, 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 and then they heard cake, and it was like, okay, which one is it, but it's dope because, I think they're so talented, that they can, kind of switch up genres, and, I'm able to do so as well, so it was, a good fit for a lot of different projects over the years. I think I just like working with them just because they fun, you know what I mean? The energy in the studio is always a party, and it comes across in the song. A lot of times if it's dry and you're not really able to catch a vibe, then it's kind of tough, but when we in there and we turned up, you can hear it in the music, you know what I'm saying? Being in a studio with the interns, I think what I love most is it's just fun, it's just energy. It doesn't feel like work. It doesn't feel like we clocking in. It feel like we going out there to party. Then we get to go to the club and party to the song we made in the studio. So with the Anaconda song, me and the interns had a big history of working together. Like I said, we got the Waiting Outside the Lines joint, so many other songs, so many other placements that were just on the album, so many, a couple singles that we caught together. As time progressed, I was kind of like a go-to guy for them. Like I said earlier, the producers kind of call in writers when it's time for sessions because they normally, look to the producers first because they don't want handling the files, handling the mixes and all that. So, it was a lot of sessions that they would call me in for, like, yo, we in with this person, yo, we in with this person. With the Nicki one, it was the same thing. It wasn't no different than any other session. Like, yo, we in with Nicki, what you got up, come through. Drop what I'm doing, come through. It was interesting because they already knew, that it was gonna be a single. They already knew the song was gonna go crazy. It was like, yo, the song, they already love the song. We just gotta tighten it up. We need you to come in here and, do you. Do us, the intern / Eric Bellinger, how we do it. In the session, we like, okay, this is gonna be the splits, this is gonna be that, this is how we gonna handle it, everything's cool. It's like the next day, 11 a.m., we was at the studio, till the night before, but that's how it go, overnight graveyard shift. So the whole time, too, this is probably an important part, Nicki wasn't in the room while we were, working, while we was doing our stuff. So what really sparked it off is when we all posted the artwork. We all posted the Anaconda artwork the day that she posted it. So boom, everybody's, oh, what's this? She had the cakes percolating, you feel me? She had the J's, the blue and pink J's. So, it was interesting. A lot of people were questioning what it meant because all we saw was cakes. All we saw was buns. Coincidentally, I was doing an interview with MTV for a single that I just dropped for a song called Kiss Goodnight featuring Kid Ink. We shot a video, Mike Ho directed the video. I'm doing my normal PR thing. I'm doing my, interview thing because this is what I do. I'm also the artist. I'm also Eric Bellinger, who's building a name for himself besides being behind the scenes, aside from that. So as I'm, doing my thing, they asking me questions and they see the artwork. They like, hey, we also seen, the Anaconda artwork that you and the interns posted. Tell us about the song. What is your thoughts on the song? Keep in mind at this point, no one said anything about the song, so for me to speak on it, even though I didn't say much, just saying any little bit at all, Nicki's like, yo, who is this speaking up on my record, saying it's a party song, saying this is crazy, it's gonna kill the clubs. She's like, I don't want to say anything, and me as an artist, I can understand, like somebody going off and like talking about something before I'm ready to present it. I want to roll it out the way I want to roll it out. For the reaction more so to be, I don't know who that is. He didn't work on my song. Then it was like, you're going pretty crazy. You went kind of far with that, But it was a situation where she wasn't in the room. They needed to kind of speak up on my behalf. Like, nah, he was in there with us. He helped us with that. He did this. He had this input, this, and that on the song. But I think at the time it was so tricky because there was also another producer on the track as well. Polo the Don had started off the track and the interns kind of just came and finished it. So when Polo was like, it was just so many things, I think they just kind of was trying to make sure that they, was able to still eat off the situation, because for them to lose out on that and me lose out on it, it was just like, we'll just stick around, and you know, we don't want to say too much that's gonna put Nicki in a bad spot. And you know, I just took it like, oh well, I'm not tripping. I got more records to come, millions more records, and I'm gonna keep going. I got this pen that's, the ink just keeps getting replenished. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, it's cool. You know what I mean? Like, that happened. I still love y'all, but you know, that same vibe, that same fun vibe, just not. You know what I mean? It's just not as fun anymore. But they still the bros, though. Most definitely. When it initially happened, of course, it was like kind of tense. You know what I mean? But as time progressed, it's like, yo, do your thing, you do your thing, Nick. You know what I mean? I'm doing my thing, and it's like to carry on that type of energy. I think it's just gonna bring me down and everything else I'm doing, when everything else I'm doing is absolutely incredible. For me to harbor on those feelings, it just didn't really make no sense. You know, it was just like, all good, y'all do your thing, I'll wash my hands, and I'm gonna just go over here and get this money.
I guess her so-called boyfriend steps up and says, so you wanna take a picture with these little dick ass niggas? How disrespectful is that? Me being, I'm like, wait. Fuck the picture.
When the first girl grabbed my private, when I first walked in, I was like, yeah, this is kind of crazy. You know, I'm looking at her like, yo, she's an older woman, what you doing?
Crew of dudes came in while I'm DJing, and they was like, man, fuck YG, loud as fuck. And the homies just chased them niggas all the way out the club. And I don't know what happened after that. I know it wasn't cool, because everybody that I was with was in one piece when we came back, so.
I'm looking at her, but I'm attacked already, so
She
I'm
looking
looking
back.
at her.
She looking back.
She
like,
looking back
y'all ready?
like we about to drive off with these
Yeah.
motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? She
Yeah.
looking back like this. I'm like, yo,